What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back once again to the Thrash Maniac 99 YouTube channel, and I am back with yet another album review. Now, apologize for how I sound. I recently had a tooth pulled, and yeah, not the best. But I wanted to persevere for this review for you guys, as today I am talking about the latest offering from Cradle of Filth, the Screaming of the Valkyries. This also is coming out on March 21st on Napalm Records. And this is the band's, oh dear, I want to say 14th album overall. Could be 15, I don't know. So this was a highly anticipated release for a lot of people. Now, full disclosure, I've never been a huge fan of this band, mainly down to the baby squeals of Danny Filth. However, I wanted to give this album a shot, and, well, musically, it's really good. I'll touch on the vocals towards the end. But we kick things off with To Live Deliciously. Starts off with these, dark strings and heavy, dare I say, death metal riffs and groove. Then it turns into, thrash metal for the most part, and even the vocals kind of remind me a little bit of Zetro, which didn't think that was possible from Danny. But then it gets into more melodic riffs, lower vocals. But I gotta say, lead work on this album, absolutely incredible. Harmonies, shred, melody, the whole 9 yards. But as far as other flavors you get musically on here, you do get some black metal, you get some death metal, you get some thrash metal, some gothic overtones, lots of symphonic atmosphere, and of course, Danny going wild on his vocals. Now, tracks I would say in particular, Demagoguery, don't know, but this one kind of goes for almost melodic death metal stuff, with the riffs, and even in the blast beats. There's even a twin lead doom section before it goes into more thrash. And then you get into Trinity of Shadows, kind of more classic heavy metal, speed metal, all the classic 80s trimmings, even little hints of dissonance and some double time rhythms, awesome drums, great bass lines, even Iron Maiden melodies come in. Non-ominous Moriar kind of do me at the start with fluttering keyboards and more melodic riffs. And finally, we get vocals from Zoe, who's their new keyboardist, and she's got a pretty lovely voice. Some blackened melodeath tremolos come up. There's even some soaring melodies. White Hellebore gets into almost melodic blackened death metal territory, kind of necrophobic a little bit. There's even some D beats, gallops, more of Zoe's vocals, more classic metal riffs, but death metal chug and groove. Big melodies, and it's more dramatic, if that makes any sense. You Are My Nautilus. This one kind of is all over the place, big melody and growl at the beginning. It's doomy for a bit. It's almost somber at times. And this was the longest track of the album at over 7.5 minutes. Low gothic vocals, classic metal melodies, even triplet gallops and swings, more melodeath riffs. Excuse me. Gallops, and just probably the best lead work on the entire album shows up on this song. Malignant Perfection, eerie ambience, and then it gets into a more up-tempo rhythm with piano, back to more speed metal. It's more of a rockin' tune a lot of times on this track with a catchy chorus, but then you get into more black metal territory with the blasts and the tremolos, even whimsy keyboards and strings at the end. Exsanguine Draculae, atonal melodies, groove and tremolos. Also, again, awesome bass line. When the bass is audible alone, you get some great bass lines, but the bass is prominent in the mix. Production by Scott Atkins, really good and really well balanced on the mix. Again, more bass lines, faster blasts and tremolos, more melodeath parts come in, thrashy vocals again show up here and there. Maiden bass melody, chugging riffs, and it's almost Children of Bodom at times on this song. And then the closer, When Misery Was a Stranger, harmonies and drum build on top of like a doomy section before it gets back to like pretty much thrash metal. And Zoe's vocals show up again, great bass line, soaring melodies, Iron Maiden gallops, and awesome guitar melodies and blast beats. So musically, I really like this album. Musically, it goes for a lot of different styles and executed well. Now, the big problem with this album, you're gonna hear me talk about it for a bit, Danny Filth's vocals. His standard black metal range, his low gothic cleans and death roars are very good, but the baby squeals does them all the time. In fact, I counted how many times he did them on each track. Let's see, track 1 twice, then 5 times, twice, once on White Hellebore. Let's see, 5 times, twice, 7 times on Exsanguine Draculae, and then 5 times on When Misery Was a Stranger. Danny, cut out the baby squeals and you would be a lot better off. So unfortunately, the baby squeals really hurt this album. If it weren't for the baby squeals, I was thinking of giving this a 4.5. But with the baby squeals, I'm still going to be nice. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I think musically it's fantastic. The vocals do kind of ruin the album just a tiny bit, but thankfully you get more of Danny's other style of vocals. But still, the baby squeals are off-putting. But of course, those are just my opinions. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Wish me a speedy recovery on this tooth removal, and hopefully my voice will be back to normal over the coming days. But until next time, thank you for watching, keep your horns high, and your dreams wet.